from a professional speaker on how to get booked and how to get rebooked. If you are, in that case, put your hand up in the air. And if you also would like to be quite expensive speaker, to make lots of money from your speaking craft, put your other hand up, okay? And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna stretch all the way to the right, all the way, come on, stretch, and we're gonna come back, and we're gonna stretch all the way to the left, there we go, okay. Oh, hands down. Well, here was your first secret. Stretch. And what I mean by stretch, obviously, is not the physical stretch, which of course is very, very important to do every day between your tasks. But what I mean by stretch stands for S in a word source. You got to be a source. Why a source? Because as a source, you are a source as a speaker for motivation, inspiration, and education. And if you are there to stretch other people, you got to stretch yourself to start with. What do I mean? You're stretching yourself, your vision, your goals, your money target. You got to be absolutely uncomfortable with where you are going. Why? Because those who have comfortable goals, unfortunately, achieve those comfortable goals and they forever stay in their comfortable zone. We don't want that for you. And I know you don't want it to yourself. You want to go big. You want to go global. You want to win big stages. In that case, my dear, you got to stretch yourself. Think to yourself, right now, as for today, what is your goal? What is your target? When it comes to money, how much do you want to charge? And double it. Why? Because I want you to be uncomfortable, because then you will grow, then you will better yourself, then you'll become better and better and better, okay? So remember, every sort of 6 months to 12 months, you got to stretch yourself, stretch your vision, stretch yourself, stretch your money targets, okay? This what will help you to get booked and rebooked, because other people will see your growth, other people will see you excelling, other people will see you are getting better and better, and they will want to know what is their secret. And you will come back to them and you will say, well, my secret is the source, which Olga talked about during her talk, right? Anyways, let's go to the next one. The next letter in a source is O, and O stands for, get ready, outperform. Outperform. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm not sure if you're aware or not, but in the United States alone, there are 40,000 professional speakers. The whole industry over there is worth $1.9 billion. Excuse me? If you want to break through in just United States, you're one person out of 40,000. So what you got to do, you got to outperform your competitor. I know right now you don't like the word competitor. I know you don't. I don't like it either. But guess what? You are a competitor to when it comes to other speakers in the room. You might not speak on the same topic, but you still are competitors. What does it mean? You got to outperform your competitor. Think about singing industry, just to take you away from your speaking world, because when we're in something for too long, we cannot see the other perspective, okay? So let's go into the singing industry and think about singers like Freddie Mercury, Madonna, Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, Rihanna, Beyonce, all those amazing singers. What's in common between all of them? What's in common? What is in common? They are owning the stage. They are dominating the stage. They're not just coming out and singing. There are many great singers in the world. They are outperforming their competition, and they respect each other and they love each other just like we do, right? We meet with other speakers and we nearly lick each other's faces. That's how much we love each other, right? That's how much we want to support each other. But at the end of the day, it's about your own wallet. And the width and the heaviness of your own wallet depends on whether you will outperform others or not. And there's nothing wrong if you want to be mediocre and average speaker. What's wrong with that? Nothing. But I guess you're not one of them, right? That's why you're listening to this talk. So remember, outperform your competitor. What does it mean? Remember, being good is not good enough. You got to be outstanding. Let me repeat again for you. Being good is not good enough. You got to be absolutely outstanding, right? And that means working on yourself again, and again. More and more and more and more, right? You never stop working on yourself. You never stop growing, okay? Think about it. You got to master your speaking craft. You got to master your storytelling. You got to speak to different type of audiences, to the left and the right. You got to be absolutely good at reading your audience, understanding where they're coming from, understanding potentially what their pain could be, just by looking at them, reading what are they expressing through their body language. You got to know the stagecraft. You got to play with a pose. That meaningful pose that will give people time to think and reflect on what you're saying. You got to learn how to utilize and maximize your body language, because anything you use on a stage is always perceived by your audience, whether you want it or not. Okay? Here's also about using intentional language. And in overall, it's about you dominating the arena, dominating the stage, making sure that you are the one that people will remember. Because guess who is booked and rebooked? Somebody who outperformed themselves and they were rememberable. We're going to talk about it later. Just dropping a seed there for you. One of the things for you, if you want to really be booked and rebooked again and again, you got to outperform yourself. And here, you can be playful. You can. You absolutely can combine your talents and your passions with your speaking craft. You can. What are you good at? What are you fabulous at? What is something that is natural to you that nobody else has? Bring it to the stage. Bring it to the stage, because it will help you to outperform others. In my case, I know it's my energy. I know it because I am a high energy. I'm not a speaker for everybody, but if a speaker booker wants to reignite the audience and have them on their toes and want the event to be rememberable, I know who will be booked. Me. Because I don't stand and lecture. I entertain. I am high energy. And here's the thing. This is your uniqueness. Going to the next letter, which is U, which stands for uniqueness. You got to be unique. What is unique about you? It could be unique content, unique idea, unique message, unique topic, unique you, including your unique accent. Don't you forget, your voice is already unique. You don't have to come up with anything else if only you will use your voice more powerfully. Because if somebody is listening to you without seeing you, you want to be remembered just by the sound of your voice, okay? So never, absolutely never underestimate the uniqueness of your voice. But everything unique around you makes you unique Which means next time a speaker booker, event organizer, somebody is thinking, oh, I would like to book somebody who has XYZ, they think of you. Why? Because you are unique about it. Guess what? Nobody has this source. Nobody. This is my own acronym. This is my own work. You will hear similar content from other people, but in the form of a source, no. This is my own acronym. And guess what? Your work should be so unique that you and only you know how to adapt it to different audiences, right? Because if somebody, for example, will try to steal my content about the source, they will be able to. But will they be able to adapt it to different audiences? Probably not, because they will know everything in depth, right? So here's the point. If Google knows more about your content that you do, it's not unique to you, okay? If I can deliver your content, it's not unique to you. It's publicly available. You don't just bring everything that is on Google into your presentations, because guess what? People can see that and you will look like a joke. Invest your time into creating your own unique message and your unique content that will be niched, that will be powerful, that will be something that people will want to book you for. Then you'll be known as somebody that is just simply copying Google content. And I've seen those speakers. And guess what? I'd never recommend them to anybody. Why? Because I don't know what to refer them for. For something that they're able to copy Google, make sure you don't talk and share something that is out there. Come up with your unique content that people will remember you for that. And when they will meet that uniqueness, they will think of you straight away. Okay? And last thing about uniqueness, don't you dare to copy other speakers' content. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. When you copy other speakers, do you really think you're creating a name for yourself? You're destroying your reputation and building their reputation. Because guess what? It's a compliment for every speaker to be copied, but it totally destroys your reputation. And it teaches everybody that you have no integrity. So make sure you have integrity and you come up with your own unique content. Are we good with that so far? Remember, it's about stretch, outperform, and unique content. Here's the question. Are you ready for more? Are you ready? Well, in that case, show me some energy. I want to see if you're really ready to learn more, because the next one is quite interesting. The next letter in the source stands for rememberable. What do I mean by rememberable? Means being special and unusual. Ask yourself, what do I want to be remembered for? And how can I make sure people remember me with every little single thing, right? In my case, for example, I know that I'm rememberable very often for me wearing red, okay? That's my stage color. I wear red. Well, it's powerful. It's strong. It's my branding color. It suits me. Why not, right? I know people will remember me for that. Doesn't mean you got to be rememberable only for the clothing. Of course not. You got to think about your unique style of speaking, right? Your unique prompts, right? Your unique delivery, your unique look, your unique accent, right? Your voice, right? As I mentioned already, right? My red. Okay, so when people hear my voice, they obviously hear my accent, then they see me in red, then they see my energy. These three things is enough to be rememberable, okay? Of course, you got to deliver content. Going back to unique, okay? So combine being rememberable with your uniqueness, and guess what? Next time when somebody is looking for a speaker, and they will think, "Ooh, that speaker that is always wearing red. Oh, what's your name? Oh, you're Olga, right? Right?" Or something what is different to you. Okay, it could be your different prompt. For example, Steve Jobs, great speaker, he is using a fake bone on a stage, and he breaks that, right? He breaks that because that's his way to tell his story. And if I will try to copy Steve, well, first of all, I don't have story that he has. Second of all, I'll be copying him. So that's his unique and rememberable way, right, to deliver his content. What are you going to be remembered for? I am sure after showing you my source so many times, you'll remember that. Why? Well, because guess what? It's also in red. It's also in red because obviously I want you to remember that, and I want you to associate the source with me, with the red color, with the high energy, with the way how I deliver that. Because I know it's important. For example, during my recent talk, which was a handover speech from my side to another RP, it was me who was finishing my presidential role at the PSA Yorkshire, one of the regions of the PSA UK and Ireland. I've been there for 2 years. It was an amazing time. And this was the day when I was doing my handover speech. I came out, and at some point during my talk, I was wearing flip-flops whilst holding in my hand Louboutin shoes. And I stood there holding them for quite a while. Why? Because that was my prompt. And the reason why I was wearing my flip-flops, because I simply wanted to demonstrate that I, regional president of PSA Yorkshire, whilst we were in the lockdown, I was taking my region around the world, right? Whilst I was holidaying and sunbathing. That was part of the talk. That was there just to show the journey and to say I'm so grateful because PSA Yorkshire gave me this fantastic opportunity of running for 2 years, okay? So what happened as a result? Because I gave people opportunity to take photos of the shoes. People made posts with that. People spoke about those. People were discussing those shoes. Even though it's not about shoes, it was about the journey. And guess what? One particular lady, she got so inspired, she went off and she even bought a pair of Louboutin shoes. I jokingly say that, you know what? Not only Olga walks her journey, right? Even her shoes are walking the talk. Can you see how very simple daily thing from your life can become a prompt that will be rememberable? Guess why people now remember that handover speech? Because of the shoes. Even though that was nothing to do with the shoes, okay? But the idea was from that talk to describe how you really can, as a speaker, design your lifestyle alongside your speaking career. And you can design your speaking career alongside your lifestyle, right? That was the idea of that talk. But anyways, let's crack on with your talk today. How are you gonna be different? What prompt are you going to use through your talk to make sure it is rememberable? And remember, there are sometimes situations when maybe you are showcasing to each other within your region, within your association, and somebody between and amongst other fellow members will tell you, well, you know what? I don't really buy you doing that, or I'm not sure if that works. One thing for you to remember. PSA people is not your audience. Listen to the feedback of your audience and your clients. These are the people that will pay you money, not the PSA audience. Guess what I was told when for the first time I have done showcase at the PSA? I was told that I am too much. I had too much energy. I was asking too many questions. I was engaging too much. I was doing too much. So imagine I would listen to them and I would become quite average speaker who stands there and just delivers their content without quite high energy, because why to go towards the high energy? Because I was told not to do so. Can you tell the difference? That would be not me. And I'm inviting you to be you. Be rememberable with your own uniqueness, with your own stuff that are within yourself, right? Because this what matters. The more rememberable, the more special and unusual you are, the more chances there are that people will remember you and book you. People cannot remember 100 speakers, but they can remember one. The one that made a huge difference to their life. One that made them feel a very special way. One that created something in their brain whilst they were there speaking to the audience like it was to that particular person. Okay? So make sure you are rememberable. Okay? Now, are you ready for the next letter? Are you ready? I want to see some energy there. Come on, I want to see that, right? So next one is the C. C stands for coach and consultant. What do I mean by coach and consultant? That means, imagine this situation. One speaker whom I was coaching on their speaking craft reached out to me and said, Olga, I have a quick question. I'm delivering my keynote in 2 days, and I just came up with an idea, quite last minute.com, I must say. You got to practice your keynote before that, right? 2 days before your keynote is a bit too late to come up with some ideas. But anyways, who haven't been there? I've been there myself as well. But remember, practice in advance, okay? That's a little tip there within the tip. So she reaches out to me and she says, Olga, I just came up with this idea. Do you think I can do that during my keynote? And here's the thing. I am her coach. If she wouldn't hear what she heard, she wouldn't be rebooked on the spot right after her talk. What do you think got her rebooked? Because the organizer who booked her said, we have never had that happening during the keynote talk. And we had so many keynote speakers coming. Here's the thing, right? You got to have somebody who will be able to stretch you, to inspire you, to motivate you, and will make you grow, right? So get yourself a coach, get yourself a consultant, somebody that actually will be there stretching you, right? Because you might stretch yourself, but guess what? It's always good to have somebody like I was for this particular lady to stretch you and to say yes. And to say absolutely. And to say, of course, this is your keynote. And you can do whatever you want with your keynote because it's yours. Going back to C, which is standing for coach, remember, get yourself a speaker coach, a mindset coach, a voice coach, style and color consultant, strategy coach, you name it. There are so many coaches in the world. And guess why? Successful people, athletes, Olympian champions, tennis players, why they all have coaches? Because they know they can only go so far by themselves. And with external help, they will skyrocket, right? So if you want to skyrocket, you got to get yourself a coach. And here's the thing. What is the difference between somebody who has a coach and somebody who hasn't got a coach? The difference is people who have a coach will get where they want to get and beyond faster and with less stress than those people who will do it their own way. I've been there before. I was rejecting, I was repelling, I was disagreeing with the fact I had to have a coach until the day I realized, what type of coach am I? if I don't have a coach for myself? That clearly means I don't believe in my own coaching, right? Because if you believe in coaching, you would get a coach for yourself. So remember, a good coach will help you to skyrocket. It will help you. The coaching experience will help you to be rememberable, to be unique. It will help you to outperform others. Be there to support you on your journey of becoming the top of the top speakers in the world. Okay? And here's the thing. Are you in a mastermind? Are you? Because if you're not, you absolutely got to get yourself into the mastermind. Why mastermind? Because mastermind is something that actually will help you to grow. These people will support you. These people will challenge you, right? So coach is great, but mastermind is in addition to your speaking career, right? Mastermind is as old as creating the cars, because Henry Ford, he was in a mastermind, right? And together they were growing with many other people within his mastermind. I run masterminds on a regular basis, and I'll give you an example of powerful things and shifts that can happen during the mastermind. One of the ladies, she actually was there, and it sounds like the only ladies. No, I also work with men, of course. But she was sitting there at the table as we were going around everybody's speaking businesses, and we were analyzing, we were stripping down and breaking down their businesses into little chunks to see what are the pain areas, what actually needs more attention. And she raised these questions. So, Olga, I can see how my speaking business is obviously growing, it's evolving, which is beautiful. But other part which I do in addition to my speaking is coaching. And within my coaching right now, I only have 3 clients. What do I do? And I said to her, well, I only have 5 high-paying exclusive clients. This is it. She looked at me and she realized that it was not about the number. It was about the quality of those clients. So ask yourself, are your clients helping you to build your lifestyle, or are your clients creating more pain in your lifestyle? Right? And that's how powerful a mastermind can be. One tiny shift, and she excelled her not only coaching business, but also her speaking business. Because why to give so many talks for little fees if actually you can skyrocket yourself, your content become more unique, to become more rememberable, outperform other people, and deliver less but for more, which means you can have better lifestyle and better quality of life, right? So ask yourself, where do I need help? Who could help me right now? Which area of my business needs attention right now? And I will go and will get a coach for myself because I deserve it. Because I want to be the best speaker out of all, right? This is what you got to tell yourself. This is how you got to stretch yourself. Okay? So remember, get yourself a coach and consultant. And remember, I mentioned the style and color consultant. The reason why I mentioned, because that will be life-changing for you. Why? Think about it. You are on a stage. You are delivering a message. You are there to educate, to inspire, to motivate, and you want everything within your persona, within the image you're projecting to others from the stage through the virtual world. You want everything to speak influence. What does it mean? If you are wearing the style or the color which is not highlighting you and your personality and what suits you, then people psychologically are not getting your message. It's not something we think about. It's not something we are sitting there and analyzing. I don't think so. She's wearing right colors. I don't think so. This suit actually suits this guy. Maybe he should wear something different. We don't do that. But we naturally connect and listen and get inspired more by those people who are wearing the right and powerful colors. Hence, I'm also wearing red because I know it will be rememberable, but also because my style and color consultant, she told me it suits me, right? So make sure, if the minimum out of minimum you will do from this C, which stands for coach, get yourself style and color consultant. It will transform your life. It transformed my husband's life. It transformed my clients' lives, right? It's such a tiny thing, but will make humongous difference in your life. Last letter stands for endorse. And what do I mean by endorse? This is the thing that will get you booked and rebooked. Because endorse means sell what people want to pay for. Sell what people want to buy from you, not what they need. You got to endorse what people want and willing and are desiring to put money for, not what they need. Why? Think about it. When you're thinking about buying a luxury car or your favorite shoes or whatever else which you want, it's not a need. Budget is important, but when you really, really want something, you forget about your budget because you want it. And when it comes to you buying a fridge or washing machine or something else that is needed in your household, don't you do your research to make sure you find the best deal and it's affordable? Of course, yes, like everything else in life, but let's get it for as less as possible. Here's the difference. You got to find what should you endorse, right? What you should endorse in order for people to pay for that. And then when you go in, you deliver what they need. I'll give you an example. One of my workshops, which is called How to Get and Convert More Clients with Less Money Spent, is the one that is booked more than any other workshops. And I have 13 of workshops in my portfolio. Why? Because every business owner wants to know how to get and convert more clients with obviously spending less money. But do you think I go into organizations and teams and talk about how to convert? Do you really think I speak about marketing techniques? No, I don't. What I speak about is how to connect with a customer, how to read that customer, how to understand that customer, which will naturally, effortlessly, will lead the salesperson to sell what they need to sell, right? But what did I come up with? Sellable name. So what do? I endorse that workshop. I talk about that workshop. Right now, I give you an example of that workshop. Why? Because I know that it works. Whenever you endorse something that people want, people will be willing to pay money for that. Whenever you endorse something that people need, and if I will tell them, I'll come in and deliver a talk about how you should read other people's mindset in order to connect with them. For them, they'll be like, oh, no, that's too complex. I don't get it. What is it even all about? Other people's mindset. Got to endorse what people will be willing to pay money for. And then you go in, you deliver what they wanted, which is ultimately exactly what I do through my workshop, and you deliver what they need to know. They are blown away. And what do they say? Oh my God, when can we have you back? Because that was amazing. Why? Because not only you gave them what they wanted, you also gave them what they needed. So remember, it is about endorsing what people are willing and can't wait to throw their money at you. Here's the thing. How can you make more money? Well, learn from this, okay? It's about you being rememberable. It's about you being unique, providing unique value. And it's about you bringing success stories, which will make you in this sweet spot that actually will help you to make more money. Why? If you remember, I brought a couple of examples through my talk. Did you feel I was selling myself? Did you feel that I was trying to tell you what I do? Because so far you learned I do one-to-one professional speaking coaching. I do workshops. You learn how many I have in my portfolio, 13 altogether. You know what is my most sellable workshop, which is how to get more clients with less money spent. Also learn that I run masterminds, speakers and coaches. So what does it mean? I was selling myself without selling. And it's called success proof. All you do, you bring success proof to your clients. Through your success proof, they learn what else you do and they think, oh, she mentioned mastermind. I wonder if she has extra spaces in her masterminds, maybe I can join. Oh, I see she's doing one-to-one coaching. Oh, I would love to get myself a coach. And also she speaks about getting a coach. So I might be thinking right way here. Do you think doing this will get you more bookings? It will. Exactly with the same client. Guess what? You don't have to even sell yourself anymore. They saw you speaking. They observed your outstanding outperformance. They're sold. They are sold. One question they ask themselves is, what else can I have from this speaker? And when you bring success examples through what else you do, this is your way to get rebooked. When you combine all of them, unique value, right? Your unique content, unique prompts, anything unique with success proof and with you being rememberable, next time they are organizing an event and they're thinking, oh, what was that speaker that spoke on how to be the source and actually outperform and actually how to get more clients with less money spent? Her name was Olga. Yeah. She was wearing red. Guess whom they're calling? They're calling Olga. What you got to do is to make sure you do all 3 points there. And I hold here for you so you can take a picture. Okay, remember, it is about being unique, providing unique value, bringing your success proof to your talks, and be rememberable. Because then you're gonna hit the sweet spot between all of them to make more money. Because I remember you said you want to have more money. Remember? All the way back to stretching, you were stretching yourself because you wanted to make more money. And lastly, I would like to give you something that you should remember for life. How, as a speaker, how can you make more money? Simple formula. The more unique is your content and the more rememberable you are, the more money you'll be able to charge. Why? The more rememberable you are, the more unique you are, you can charge more. If you're not unique at all, if you're not rememberable at all, you're going to be charging this. Do you want that? I don't think so. It's all about you making sure you're rememberable. It's about you making sure you have unique content. Next time somebody wants to book you, they know where to go. Because you provided unique value and you were rememberable enough to be remembered. But who is that person they should talk to? So this is your source. This is your source. Remember, stretch your goals, stretch yourself. It is about outperforming your competitors and yourself. Outperform yourself every single time. It is about your unique content. Be unique. Without being unique, you'll be like everybody else. And nobody wants to book everybody else, okay? Be rememberable. Make sure people remember you, not only for a day, but for a week and a month. Make sure you get a coach who will stretch you, who will make you better, who will make you grow every day in every possible way. And endorse. E stands for endorse. Endorse what people want to pay money for. They are willing to pay money for, rather what you think they should have from you. This is your source. Remember, as a speaker, be more of the source. Be the source of motivation, be the source of inspiration, be the source of education. You are there to be the source of all of this because you are changing lives and you matter. So go out there, apply every single thing out of my formula source, and you will see how you will not only get booked, but you will also get rebooked. And don't you forget, drop me a message to let me know what have you changed in a week and a month, or maybe even within an hour of listening to this talk. I'm looking forward to hear from you. Thank you.